My mom called me last winter in tears. She'd fallen on the ice walking to her mailbox. Nothing broken, thank God, but she was scared. I can't keep up with this house anymore, she said. But I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. This is my home. She's not alone. Millions of seniors are living in homes that no longer work for them. Too big, too much maintenance, too many stairs, too expensive. But the idea of leaving feels overwhelming. Here's what nobody tells you. Your housing situation in retirement might be the single biggest factor in your quality of life and your financial security. Get it right, and retirement can be comfortable and affordable. Get it wrong, and you'll struggle financially, while living in a home that's become a burden. So today, we're gonna talk about everything. Senior living options you might not know about. Making your current home safer. Property tax strategies that could save you thousands. And how to downsize without losing your mind. If you're in your 60s or 70s, or you have parents who are, the next 17 minutes could change everything. Let's dive in. First, let's talk about the question everyone asks but nobody wants to answer. How do you know when it's time to make a change? Here are the signs. And be honest with yourself because denial is expensive and dangerous. Sign 1. You're avoiding parts of your own home. You're not using the second floor. The basement's off limits. You're sleeping in the guest room. Because the stairs to your bedroom are too much. Your home should serve you. If you're serving your home, that's a problem. Sign 2. Maintenance is overwhelming. The yard's getting away from you. Things are breaking and not getting fixed. You're hiring people for tasks you used to handle easily. Those costs add up fast. Sign 3. You're isolated. Your friends have moved away. Driving at night makes you nervous, so you're staying home more. The grocery store feels too far. Social isolation is a serious health risk. Sign 4. Safety concerns are increasing. You've had a fall. You've had close calls. You worry about slipping in the shower or navigating icy walkways. Your gut is telling you something. Sign 5. The house is eating your retirement savings. Between property taxes, insurance, utilities, maintenance, and repairs, your housing costs are taking too much of your fixed income. My neighbor Bill ignored all these signs for 3 years. He fell twice, spent a fortune on yard service, housekeeping, and repairs. Barely left his house. Then he had a stroke and ended up in assisted living anyway, but now, with no time to plan or choose the right place. Don't be Bill. Alright, let's break down your options. Because senior living isn't one thing. It's a whole spectrum. Option 1. Age in place. Stay in your current home with modifications. We'll talk about how to do this safely in a minute. This works if your home is manageable, affordable, and you have access to services as you need them. Option 2. Downsize to a smaller home. Single-story house, condo, townhouse. Less maintenance, lower costs, but you maintain full independence. This is what a lot of people do first. Option 3. Active adult communities. Age 55 plus neighborhoods. You own or rent your home. But there are activities, amenities, social opportunities built in. Not medical care, just a community of peers. Option 4. Independent living facilities. You have your own apartment. The building handles maintenance, often includes meals, activities, transportation. You're still fully independent, just in a managed environment. Option 5. Assisted living. You have your own apartment or room, but there's help available. Medication management, help with bathing or dressing, meals provided. For people who need some daily assistance but not full-time medical care. Option 6. Memory care, specialized care for dementia and Alzheimer's. Secure environment, trained staff, structured activities. More expensive but necessary for safety. Option 7. Nursing homes or skilled nursing facilities. 24-hour medical care. For people with serious health conditions who need constant supervision. Here's what most people don't understand. These aren't necessarily permanent decisions or one-way doors. You might downsize to a condo at 70. Move to independent living at 78. Need assisted living at 85. It's a progression based on your needs. Let me tell you about my friend Dorothy. She sold her 4-bedroom house at 72 and moved to a 2-bedroom condo in an active adult community. She lived there happily for 8 years, made great friends, traveled, stayed active. At 80, she developed some health issues and moved to an independent living facility in the same town. Still had her own apartment, but meals were included. Housekeeping was provided, and she had a social community right there. She's 83 now and thriving. The key is planning ahead and making moves proactively, not in crisis mode. Now, if you're planning to age in place, we need to talk about modifications. Because most homes are not designed for aging bodies. Let's start with the bathroom. This is where most falls happen. Install grab bars in the shower and next to the toilet. Not towel bars, actual grab bars mounted into studs. Get a shower chair or bench. Consider a walk-in shower if you're doing renovations. Non-slip mats everywhere. Next, the stairs. If you have them and can't avoid them, make sure there are railings on both sides. Improve the lighting. Consider a stair lift if stairs are becoming difficult. They're not cheap, about $3,000 to $5,000. But way cheaper than a fall. Lighting throughout the house. As we age, we need more light to see well. Add lighting everywhere, especially hallways and bathrooms. Motion sensor night lights are fantastic for nighttime safety. Remove tripping hazards. Loose rugs, electrical cords across walkways, clutter. I know you've had that rug for 30 years. It's a tripping hazard now. Remove it. Kitchen modifications. Move frequently used items to easy-to-reach shelves. No more climbing on step stools. Consider a kettle that automatically shuts off. Upgrade to a stove with clear controls and auto shut-off features. Doorway widths. If you might eventually need a walker or wheelchair. Standard doorways might be too narrow. This is a bigger renovation, but worth considering if you're planning long-term. Medical alert systems. Seriously consider getting one. If you fall and can't reach your phone, it could save your life. They're not that expensive, about $30 to $40 a month. Now, here's something people forget. Arrange for services before you need them desperately. Find a handyman. Establish a relationship with a yard service. Research home healthcare agencies. Know who to call when you need help. My mom finally agreed to modifications after her fall. We installed grab bars, improved lighting, removed all the rugs, and got her a medical alert necklace. Total cost? About $1,500. Compare that to assisted living at $4,000 to $6,000 a month. It's a bargain. Let's talk about something that could save you thousands of dollars. Property taxes. Most states have property tax relief programs for seniors. But here's the problem. They don't advertise them well, and you have to apply. A lot of people who qualify don't know these programs exist. First, the homestead exemption. Many states offer property tax reductions. If it's your primary residence and you're over a certain age, could be a flat amount or a percentage. Check your state and county websites. Second, property tax freeze or deferral programs. Some states freeze your property taxes at a certain level. Once you reach a specific age and meet income requirements. Others let you defer property taxes until you sell the home or pass away. Third, circuit breaker programs. These limit property taxes as a percentage of your income. If your property taxes exceed a certain percentage of your income, you get a refund or credit. Let me give you a real example. My friend Helen in Texas was paying about $6,000 a year in property taxes. She's 73, and her home is her primary residence. She applied for the over 65 exemption. Now she pays about $4,000. That's $2,000 a year saved forever. But she didn't know about it for 3 years after she qualified. That's $6,000 she left on the table because nobody told her. Also, check your property tax assessment. Errors are common. If your home is assessed too high, you're overpaying. You can appeal. You might need to hire an attorney who specializes in this. But they often work on contingency. If they save you money, they take a percentage. If they don't, you pay nothing. Another strategy. Reverse mortgages. Controversial, I know. But hear me out. If your house rich and cash poor, a reverse mortgage can provide income while you stay in your home. You're essentially borrowing against your home equity. The loan doesn't have to be repaid until you sell, move out permanently, or pass away. Downsides exist. Fees can be high. Interest accrues. It reduces what you can leave to heirs. But if it means you can afford to stay in your home comfortably, it might be worth considering. Just make sure you understand. Now, let's talk about actually downsizing. This is where people get stuck. Emotionally and practically. You've lived in this house for decades. Every room has memories. Every closet is full of stuff you might need someday. The idea of sorting through it all feels impossible. But here's the truth. All that stuff? It's weighing you down. It's expensive to keep. It's exhausting to maintain. And your kids probably don't want most of it. Let me share the downsizing process that actually works. Step 1. Start early. Don't wait until you've decided to move. Start decluttering a year or two before. One room at a time. One closet at a time. Set a timer for 30 minutes a day. That's it. Manageable. Step 2. Use the 4-box method. As you go through items, put them in one of 4 boxes. Keep, donate, sell, trash. Be ruthless. If you haven't used it in a year, you probably don't need it. Step 3. Digital everything you can. Photos, documents, old videos. Hire someone to digitize them if you need to. Then you can let go of the physical items while keeping the memories. Step 4. Let your family take what they want early. Invite them over. Let them choose items that are meaningful to them. What they don't want. Don't keep it because you think they might want it someday. They won't. Step 5. Sell what has value. Estate sales work well for furniture and household goods. Online marketplaces for specific items. Don't expect to get what you paid. You won't. But something is better than nothing. Step 6. Donate the rest. Get a receipt for tax deductions. Charities will often pick up large items. Now, here's the emotional part. Give yourself permission to let go. That china set you never use? It's okay to donate it. Your wedding dress from 50 years ago? Your daughter doesn't want it. That's okay. You can love the memory without keeping the object. My friend Sandra downsized from a 4-bedroom house to a 2-bedroom apartment. She was overwhelmed, so she hired a senior move manager. These are professionals who specialize in helping older adults downsize and move. They handle everything: sorting, selling, donating, packing, unpacking at the new place. Cost her about $3,000. She said it was the best money she ever spent. Took something that would have been months of stress and made it manageable. Another tip: measure your new space before you move. Know what furniture will fit. Don't bring too much. You can always add later. It's harder to remove once you've moved. Let's talk money. Because moving is expensive, but staying might be more expensive. First, run the numbers on your current home. Add up everything. Mortgage if you still have one, property taxes, insurance, utilities, maintenance, repairs, yard care, everything. Be honest. Most people underestimate their housing costs by 20 to 30%. Now, compare that to your options. If you're looking at senior living facilities, get specific costs. What's included? What's extra? Independent living might be $3,000 to $4,000 a month. Assisted living might be $5,000 to $7,000. But that usually includes housing, meals, utilities, activities, maintenance. Add those up separately for your current home. Here's an example. My cousin Joe was paying about $3,000 a month to stay in his house. Property taxes, insurance, utilities, yard service, repairs. He moved to an independent living place at $3,800 a month. That includes his apartment, all meals, housekeeping, activities, transportation, fitness center. He's actually saving money when you add it all up, plus his life is easier. Now, the equity question. If you sell your home, what do you do with the money? If you're moving to a rental situation, like a senior living facility, invest the proceeds conservatively. That money needs to fund your housing long-term. If you're buying a smaller home, use some for the purchase and invest the rest. Be aware of capital gains tax. If you've lived in your home as your primary residence for 2 of the last 5 years, you can exclude up to $250,000 of gain if you're single. $500,000 if you're married. That's a huge tax break. Plan your timing to take advantage of it. Also, consider the costs of moving itself. Moving company, potential repairs to sell your home, closing costs. Maybe overlap of paying for 2 places during transition. Budget $5,000 to $10,000 minimum for the actual move. And think about this. What if you need care in 5 years? Assisted living could be $6,000 a month or more. If you sell your home now and invest the proceeds, you're creating a cushion for future care needs. If you stay in your home, that equity is locked up. And you might have to scramble to sell when you're in crisis. So how do you actually make this decision? It's huge. It's emotional. It affects every part of your life. Here's the framework that helps people. First, be honest about your current situation. How's your health? Your mobility? Your energy? What does the next 5 to 10 years realistically look like? Second, include your family in the conversation. Not to make the decision for you, but to understand their perspective. If something happens to you, will they have to drop everything to help? That's worth considering. Third, visit multiple options. Don't just look at one place and decide. Tour several senior living facilities. Look at condos or smaller homes in different neighborhoods. See active adult communities. Get a feel for what resonates with you. Fourth, talk to people who've made similar moves. Ask them what they wish they'd known. What surprised them? What they love about their new situation? What they miss about their old home? Fifth, make a pros and cons list. Sounds simple, but write it down. Pros and cons of staying. Pros and cons of each option you're considering. Seeing it on paper helps. Sixth, consider a trial run if possible. Some senior living places offer respite stays. You can live there for a month to test it out. Some active adult communities have rentals. Try before you commit. Now, here's what I want you to understand. Moving doesn't mean you failed. It doesn't mean you're giving up independence. It often means you're gaining a better quality of life. My mom? After her fall and our conversations, she spent 6 months researching and visiting places. She finally moved to an independent living community last spring. She has a nice 1-bedroom apartment with a small patio. Meals are provided, but she has a kitchenette if she wants to cook. There are activities every day. She's made friends. She goes on the community bus to shopping and events. She told me last month, "I wish I'd done this 2 years ago. I spent 2 years struggling to maintain that house. Feeling isolated, worrying about falls. Now I'm actually living my life." That's what this is about. Not giving things up. It's about making choices that let you live well. Here's the bottom line. Your home should support your life, not complicate it. If your current home works, make it safer. Take advantage of property tax programs. Plan ahead for when things change. If your current home is becoming a burden, you have options. Good options. Options that might actually improve your quality of life while saving you money. The worst thing you can do is wait until a crisis forces your hand. Fall and break a hip. And suddenly you're making major life decisions from a hospital bed. That's not how you want to do this. Start having these conversations now. With yourself, with your family, with your financial advisor. Tour some places just to see what's out there, even if you're not ready to move. Information is power. The more you know about your options, the better decision you'll make when the time is right. If this video helped you, please hit that like button. Subscribe for more content about thriving in retirement. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Drop your questions or experiences in the comments. If you've downsized or moved to senior living, share your advice. It helps others going through this. Thanks for watching. Here's to living in a home that makes your life better, not harder. See you in the next video.